Hey there, it's Gladys with another burning question. And this question was, Gladys, is it really challenging dating after 50? And I'm going to say something, I'm not being sarcastic and I'm not being dismissive. And I'm being truthful. We hear the same thing of women in their late 30s. It's so hard to date at this age. We hear that from women in their 40s. We hear that from women in their 60s. So what really makes dating feel, and I'm going to talk about some of the challenges, right? Because I definitely want to make sure that you feel heard and that you feel supported. But what's usually making dating feel hard is that you're not getting the results that you want, meaning you're not attracting the kind of men you actually want to date. You're not having the experience of fun and lightness and actually the curiosity and the wonder of meeting somebody new. And then you maybe just not, even if you do go out on dates, you're just not finding that there's that connection that you're looking to experience in a relationship. So my glasses look foggy because it was just raining and now it's sunny. But anyway, so now I'm dealing with the humidity, hence the hair. But I digress. Let me go back to some of the things that could make dating your 40s, 50s, and 60s, some of the things that can feel challenging. So one of the things is, as you get older, that means that in your demographic, you may be, some of the things that can make it challenging is that it could be that a lot of the men who are now also dating and on, whether they're online or you're meeting them in person at social events, they've been married. Sometimes they've been married and divorced. Sometimes they've been married and divorced several times. Sometimes they've been widowed as you get older. And so it's important to know that it's unlikely that you're going to meet somebody who hasn't had some sort of relationship experience prior to meeting you, right? Now, your brain might be saying, yeah, I get that. And then there are some men who haven't been married, who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, who have never been married. And then there's women who have issue with that. Well, why hasn't he been married? Like, why hasn't he been married at least once? Does that mean that he's not capable of being in a relationship? Was it that he's non-committal? So it's kind of like the catch-22, right? For both men and women, it's the catch-22. Okay, I either haven't been married because I haven't met the right person, or maybe I wanted to be with somebody who didn't want to be married with me. That's another possibility. Or, oh my gosh, it's raining again. The only good thing about this is that there's going to be a rainbow because the sun's out and it's raining. Goodness. So you might meet people who have never been married. Do not make a judgment. Don't judge them any more than you want to be judged about your past relationship experience. And if you do meet somebody who's been married and maybe they've been married multiple times, that also doesn't mean that the person is incapable of having a relationship work. It may just be that the person that they were with, it didn't work with them. My husband, I'm his second marriage, and he didn't have a great relationship in his first marriage, and now he's been with me 26 years, married 25 years. With Michelle and Arnie, Arnie had never been married, and he was in his 30s, and Michelle had been married and divorced, and now they've been together over 14 years. So you don't want to look, the past is always an informer. It's never a predictor, right? So you just use it as information. Another challenge that might come up when you date someone, especially if they have had other relationships, marriages, or long-term relationships, they may have adult children. And so it depends on how things ended with the two parents, what kind of relationship they still have. If they have any relationship, there's pluses and minuses to both, just like the married and never married. If they still have a relationship and it's amicable and they're doing everything that they can, even if the children are adult children, there's grandchildren, sometimes there's, extended family. So it depends on the nature of their relationship, how challenging that might be. Now, we have helped many, many women create fantastic relationships with their own exes and with their exes and their children, and then also even blending families together. So again, the past experiences may have been difficult, but when you've got the right steps, you've got the support to transform what hasn't worked in the past to something that works, you've set yourself up for success. And another challenge, if you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, is that, especially if you're trying online dating, it's something new. Doesn't matter how long online dating has been around. If in part of your lifetime, there was a time when online dating didn't exist, and then there was a time when it did, and maybe you've tried it and then you stopped and you got back into it. It takes something to date successfully, period. When you're dating online, there are certain skills that have you be more successful at that. And when you're dating offline, when you're meeting people in person and has nothing to do with a dating app, there are skills that make dating work, that have you feel successful, effective, that you're attracting the right person, that you're having the kinds of connection and communication, conversations that make you feel like, wow, this is a real possibility here. And then moving from dating to being in an exclusive relationship, then a committed relationship, and then marriage, if that's what you want, lifetime partnership. So those challenges, these things that, in the past didn't exist, new experiences can feel challenging. When you've got the right mentorship and support, it makes it easier, because then if you don't know how to do something, you learn how to do it. You learn how to do it well, and now you're going to be getting different results. So I hope this is already a little long. If you've got additional questions regarding this, please make sure to send them to us. And until our next burning question, I'll see you then.